Kyler, you and Will Grier were in the SEC together in 2015. You didn't play against each other, but how far back are you aware of him and have seen him?
I mean, in high school, everybody, going through the process of recruiting, Elite 11, all the camp stuff like that. That's when, my first memory of him was, watching the TV show and all that stuff. You play quarterback in high school, you know of other quarterbacks, and that's just kind of how I've known him. Got to meet him a couple times, so good player, obviously, great quarterback, and I know he'll be ready, come Saturday. So.
Kyler, when's the last time you ran a 40-yard dash, and how fast were you?
Last time I ran one, I can't remember if it was this fall or spring, but Schmitty was here last time I ran a 40, and I think it was a 4.3, but it was hand time, so I don't know how real that is.
So, of the mobile quarterbacks that have come along in college or the pro in the last maybe 10 years or so, who are some guys that you look at that you either emulate or look up to?
Russell. Russell's obviously a dual threat, but he's not as fast. Mike Vick, Aaron Rodgers does a lot on the move. There's a lot of guys, but those are some of the few. Yeah.
With that kind of speed that you have, I would think that a lot of guys would be tempted to just take off at the slightest opportunity. How do you stop yourself with that kind of speed, 4.3, 4.4 speed, from just taking off at the first opportunity?
You play quarterback. Your job is to deliver the ball from the pocket. I think a lot of guys with speed are criticized for not doing that as much as people feel like they should. So I've heard it all my whole life. So for me, it's I'm a quarterback. That's that's the position I played my whole life. So I don't think that stereotype or the thought of getting out of there too quick is really pertains to me. But if people want to criticize or say whatever they want to say, it is what it is. For me, my job is to deliver the ball to my teammates from the pocket. When stuff breaks down, I got the ability to make something happen. So.
Are you eager for showdowns when the other team has an elite quarterback as well?
So what?
Are you eager for showdowns? Do you get excited for games like this?
I get excited for every game, but I'm not eager for a showdown. No, I would rather blow a team out, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. And we've been in many since I've been here, and I think we know the formula for that. So if it is a showdown, we just got to keep swinging. That's really all it comes down to.
I guess I phrased that wrongly. When you play against another elite quarterback, a guy who's a Heisman contender like that, does that raise your interest in your performance for that week?
No doubt. I think being a competitor, when you're going against good competition, I think it brings the best out of. I know it brings the best out of me. So, I know. Come Saturday, the emotions will be high just because it's a primetime game. A game that means a lot, obviously. So, at the same time, I gotta hone all that in and be myself, play my game, and get a W.
Kyler, in terms, your speeds help you a lot when plays break down. Have you noticed that the offensive line has adjusted the blocking for you when those plays break down to help allow you to do that?
As far as adjusting, I wouldn't say it's adjusting. I think it's just, they've, I guess, gotten used to it, or effort. That's really all. That's the word for it. I think it's just effort and just continued blocking, because they know, at any time, things can happen, plays can be made. If something does break down, or if they do miss a block, it's kind of like it's a teamwork deal. If they miss a block, I got their back. It's my job to make a guy miss, vice versa. So I think them just showing effort and just continuing to block. Obviously I appreciate it. So.
And they've really hit their stride here in the last probably 3-4 weeks. What's your evaluation of them, or how valuable have they been?
It starts up front for us every game. Being the most physical team on the field, offensive line and defensive line. And, we know that, and they know that. So, obviously they've been a staple for our offense for a while with the run game, and then obviously pass protection. So we just got to keep it going.
Going back to what Cliff was asking About staying in the pocket. Do you trust your arm more, or do you trust your legs more?
I trust me more. I just play my game, and that's what it is.
Last time on the road, obviously things didn't really start as you wanted them against Texas Tech. What did you learn as far as handling the environment, handling the crowd, and the energy from the other team?
I didn't really learn. I mean, I didn't learn anything new. It was just happened. I mean, it hasn't happened to me a lot, what had happened, but it has happened before. So, I mean, I've been in that situation before, you know, going in somewhere else and throwing an interception or two. So, for me, you know, after you throw a pick or, you know, whatever happens, you just got to I trust myself. I trust my abilities, and you know, I can't let that affect me. So I don't think it did, and then you just got to continue to play your game.
Is there something different that this team does on the road when something like that happens versus maybe some other places that you've been or just other places that you've heard of?
No, I mean, I think everybody here knows, you know, we don't get down on each other. You can't get down on each other. You know, if anything, you just got to pick each other up and keep going. I mean, nobody really got on me I threw 2 interceptions. You know, I haven't said anything to the defense or, you know, if they're having a bad game or anything like that. It's one team, and you know, the ultimate goal is to win the game. So,
as a competitor, do you think it matters to West Virginia coming into this game either off a loss, what they did in Stillwater on Saturday, or if they had won that game, they'd still be, you know, have one loss and be in the playoff contention and all that stuff? Does it matter?
For them?
Yeah. Not that you can speak for them, but as a competitor, does stuff like that when you go into a game changes your perspective on what you need to do?
I mean, I'm sure that loss hurt, you know, for them. But I think, you know, when Oklahoma comes in town, I think it's, you know, it's a big game for anybody. And so I know they'll be ready, just like we'll be ready. So I think so.
Are you aware of the Heisman, what people say about you, the Heisman stuff? I mean, Tim Brandon, who did the game, he's a Louisiana guy. He said you're the best player in the country. I mean, are you aware of those things? Joel Klatt has a lot of good things to say about you. Are you aware of those conversations?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean, how do you, what's your thoughts when you hear those things? I mean,
obviously, you know, I appreciate the comments. You know how they feel about me. As far as the Heisman stuff, I mean, it's not just me out there playing. I got a lot of help, offense, defense. You know, everybody in the locker room. You know, everybody's a part of it. Like I said, it's not just me going out there and playing. I got a whole team behind me that helps me out, makes me look good. You know, the comments. I'm confident in myself. Do I feel like, you know, I'm deserving? Of course. But at the same time, you know, I just got to go out there and play my game. And, you know, whatever happens, happens.
How much do you notice or appreciate these statues out here?
Statues? I walk by them every day. So it would be nice to put one up for sure.
In recent weeks, you've talked about your relationship with Coach Kingsbury, Coach Beatty. What about your relationship with Coach Babiton?
Spav. Yeah, no, he got me to commit. So he was really the main reason why I went to A&M. So, I mean, the relationship there, it's still there. I don't talk to him as much, obviously, but no, he's always been good to me and my family, and you know, the same thing for anybody else or that I've talked to you about.
In 2015, when you left A&M, maybe you weren't sure where you're going next, and even into your days on the scout team here, how realistic was this type of season in your mind that you could still come back and play at this level? I know you're so confident.
Yeah.
That could easily be your answer, but
yeah.
Did you think that this could happen?
Yeah, I did. I don't want to sound cocky or anything. I mean, every time I've touched the field, or whenever I do touch the field in the right place, the right system, you know, whatever it is, I don't know. I just got gifted abilities. I've flourished. I don't know. But I definitely believe that, you know, whenever I did touch the field here, that this would be possible. You know, I obviously can't put a pin in the number, you know, pinpoint the numbers and all that stuff, or what I was capable of. But, you know, with Coach Riley and the guys that we got on this team, and the guys that they keep bringing in here, yeah, I felt like it was possible. Obviously, sitting behind Baker and seeing what he's doing, why not? You know, that was a thought for me. So.
What did you learn most when you were playing on the scout team?
I think it was just a growth of my game, and you know, and mentally, you know, playing against the ones every day, you know, going against the ones every day in practice. obviously that's a great look, and then, like I said, sitting behind Bake, watching film. Coach Wright had me study, NFL guys the past 2 years, stuff like that, and just mentally, obviously, you got to be mentally strong. You've been playing your whole life, you've been successful your whole life, and then you don't have a great freshman year. You transfer, you sit out for 2 years, and the game's kind of taken away from you. Everybody thinks you fall off, and then you just got to stick with it and trust the process, and then here we are. So.
Barry mentioned a little while ago about you and Will coming from SEC schools. Just how unique is it for both you guys to transfer to new homes and have the type of careers and seasons that you're having now?
I think it's just everything happens for a reason. It's kind of weird. You end up in the Big 12. Obviously, a great offensive league. He's having a great season. I think it'll be fun on Friday.
You were asked about the Heisman a little bit ago. Wouldn't blame you at this point with all the buzz that you're generating if you went home and checked to see how Tua had done in his game. Is it you get to that point?
No, all I saw was, I saw it was 10-10 at halftime. That was the last that I saw of the game, and then they ended up blowing them out. But other than that, no.
How much of him have you watched this year, just out of curiosity?
I really, honestly, haven't really got to see much. I do respect his game though, for the the little amount that I've seen. So.
Baker sets the NCAA record for passer efficiency. Think of all the quarterbacks that have played college football over the years, for 100 years. He's number one. Then he breaks it the next year. And now a year later, you're getting ready to break it again possibly. What does that say about Lincoln's offense? What is it about his offense that allows you guys to be so efficient with the football, distributing the football?
I think it's the attention to detail, the way he coaches it. The little things matter, and that's what everybody wonders. How you be so great and all that stuff. But it's really just doing the little things right. Having attention to detail and really locking in and understanding what he wants to get done, what we're all trying to get done, and just trusting it. Bake did it great, obviously, and me sitting behind him, watching, seeing the formula. I think for me it was, I don't want to say easy to go out here and do what I'm doing, but I've seen it for the past 2 years. I know what we do as an offense. I know what Coach Wright is looking for, and it's been it's been fun.
Did you get it right away, or was that a growth process where obviously better now than you were when you first got here? Is it something that's really difficult to learn, or?
Not difficult. Obviously, playing quarterback at a high level, you got to have some feel for the position. But I think it's been more so growth. Obviously, I don't know. It's the freshman year. The systems are a little different. So from here, for them to now, I think I just got better as a player. And then obviously growing within the system. The offense. I think Coach Riley, has helped me a lot. So I think it's a little bit of both.